and it was bought in November. I think the date was November 23rd. I shipped it out on November 25th. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin and we are in the Commonwealth cabin, and we have had a really cool day of sales. Not a ton of sales and not a lot of high price sales, but there are a couple good ones in there. One really good with a really nice profit, and it's a cool item too, so I can't wait to show it to you. And I have a story I want to tell. I haven't been picking on the post office in a while, but let me tell you, this one's quite a doozy here. And it has a good outcome in the end, and it also involves a couple of twists, including the fact that it was sold to a viewer, and this item took forever. Let's just put it this way. It was bought in, I think, let's see. It was bought in November. It was bought, I think, before Thanksgiving, and it just showed up. It just showed up, and I had no idea there was even a problem with it. But we did have a couple of really cool items sell. Before I tell you that story, let's take a look. Had this SDX putter cover, really not in very good condition. Hey, I had a message from somebody saying thank you for talking about the lost and found at the golf courses. Apparently they just went out and scavenged the whole area and got quite a bit from some golf courses and have been making some money. So that's good stuff. So at any rate, this one is, like I said, not in terrific condition. It is a Velcro or hook and loop, and it just closes like that. Even that's coming apart a little bit. But you know, it sold for $12.50 free shipping, so not a bad little profit since it's all profit at this point. Here's the lost and found sale up to, oops, I just messed up. I just went from $366 to $474. Should say $374, so still not bad. Here's a cool little Scotty dog, little terrier pin, sterling silver, and this one was $10, I think, plus shipping is what we got for this one. And I love buying stuff. I love it. This one actually came from Rich the storage guy, so thank you, Rich. And this was over in just a little box of jewelry, and we both had looked through it and didn't find anything. But we found two little pieces of sterling, which is really not worth much, obviously. This is the most valuable piece we found in the whole box, so that'll give you an idea. But we're going to sell a bunch of it in the booth. And there were some cufflinks that we're auctioning off as well. And here's a little piece of sterling silver. I'll often pick up jewelry. If I see any kind of marking on it at a sale, I'll just grab it and give it to my daughter, and she'll search through it. So she was able to find this one, so that was kind of fun. Or my wife found this one, I can't remember. But it's a cool little pin, $10 plus shipping. The little Scotty dog pin also went to a viewer, a couple of viewers here. And Lori and Fiona. So here we go. Hey Kevin, pair of British viewers here. Currently living in Southern California. There you go. Where at in California? Let me know in the comments if you don't mind. I say this all the time, but I was from San Bernardino County. So my parents were born and raised in Orange County. Anyway, came across your videos when I started eBay selling in the US, both the Picker and the Flipper channel, and now a regular evening viewing for me and my wife. Your videos have helped us out immensely. We just bumbled our way to top rated in December. Now we'll see if that survives the fallout from the USPS chaos over the holidays. Saw this cute brooch and wanted to say thank you for everything you and your family do. Thank you. So thank you. Thank you to both of you. We appreciate it. We appreciate the sale, and we hope you enjoy it. All right, here's the item I was talking about, if I can get it open. We sell these often lately, of course, till we run out. Black ones are cool. This is a cat, and I thought this one was really awesome. It sold for $150 plus shipping, and hopefully it's going to a good home. You know, I think people, I've said this before, I think people cut them out of here and framed them. Although, man, I don't know. Why would you want that thing? I don't know. Maybe it's for Halloween. What do you think? Y'all tell me in the comments, what do you think they're going to use this thing for? Home decor? I sold an 8-track, one of my favorite things to sell, even though they're usually not very good money. I don't know, I just like them, and this one was cool. I couldn't pass it up at a sale, even though I knew it wasn't worth much money, because it just, well, it's Merle Haggard, and, you know, there's got a lot of things that kind of trigger me here. As a history teacher, I know Merle's story. I know that story of the Bakersfield Sound and where it came from and their traditions, and I love it, even though that's not the part of California I'm from. Well, technically it is. I'm from that Central Valley, the San Joaquin Valley up there. That's where I was born, but I don't know it at all because I didn't move, but my parents moved when I was a baby, and I had only been back a couple times, so I'm from Southern California. At any rate, at Anaheim Stadium, live at Anaheim Stadium. And there's a place I've been to many, many, many times. Spent many a day there. Angel fan, Ram fan, etc. So, and we missed out when I was playing baseball out there, playing our state championship, our CIF's championship in that stadium, unfortunately. But at any rate, this one sold for $4.95 plus shipping, and I'll resist. Maybe I'll tell the history part of it in the eBay cave in there. The Merle Haggard 8-track was bought by a viewer. It was bought, well, two. Is there a we in here? It just says Amy for the name that I'm sending it to, but it says we, so there must be two. So thank you to both of you. Thanks for all the videos you put out. You were one of the first we watched when we started reselling a year and a half ago. This will be used to test a few players. A few 8-track players is pretty good. I wish I come across more than I do. Maybe one a year is what I've been coming across lately. Bought a red one not too long ago, sold really, really quick. That was cool. And so there's some that if you buy the colorful portable ones, they usually bring pretty good money. I've picked up recently. I didn't think that it was hard to come across 8-track tapes in the wild to test them because I felt like I used to see them often. The second, and you used to see them at Goodwill. I don't see them very often at Goodwill anymore. The second I buy some 8-track players, the 8-track tapes seem to disappear. That's right, Murphy's Law, right? Thanks for all you do and for your family. God bless. So thank you, Amy, and whoever else you are. We appreciate it. All right, I'm going to tell this shipping story really quick. So this was an item. It was a book. You probably remember me selling it if you've been watching the show a while. It was a Masters of the Universe book. It was a single, I believe. It was bought by Nick. It was bought for his son, Jack, as a present. And it was bought in November. I think the date was November 23rd. I shipped it out on November 25th. Or got it ready to ship anyways. And the item just bounced all over the place. It was going to Missouri. And I think it ended up it went to maybe Denver. And then went to, I mean, I'm in Virginia, y'all. Then it went to Texas. And it somehow made it back. I'm not exactly sure what happened. I have a little video I put together. I'll put it on probably, well, let's put it on right now. All right, y'all. You've got to check this out. This is a Masters of the Universe book. Sold on November 23rd. There you go. Bedford, Virginia. Greensboro, North Carolina. Memphis, Tennessee. Hazelwood, Missouri. Dallas, Texas. Memphis, Tennessee. Hazelwood, Missouri. Troy, Missouri. What do you think about all that, y'all? Crazy. Shows up January 11th. That is a long time. Unbelievable. There you go. So thank you to Nick and to Jack. Hopefully, Jack, you got the book. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the book as well. So thank you for that purchase. And thank you more than anything for being patient. You apparently watched this thing bounce all over the place and didn't ever say anything to me. So I appreciate that. So at any rate, there's some good stories. Let me know. I guess, let's see. How many days was that? That's 47 days? 49 days? I don't know. You all can do the math out there. But let me know your story about the longest an item took and still arrived and the buyer never complained. Got a Boy Scout lot. It was an auction lot. I didn't expect much out of it, but I expected a little bit more than we got for it. I think it went for $350 plus shipping. And it is, let's see, should be, I think it's this one. This little lot right here. Somebody got a good deal, not an amazing deal, but got a good deal for sure. I could have sold these individually. It would have taken forever, but we could have made more money for sure. I just decided to lot them up. They're all from the Adirondacks. All right, next one comes from up here. Here's the Jerry Garcia Dr. Demento ones. These are the Dave Matthews ones. $9.81. And this is where we keep our stickers and whatnot. Right there. There you go, $9.81. Into it for 50 cents, so not a huge profit, but we're making it over and over and over and over again. Last item in here should be, if I remember, I usually put camera stuff here, and this is film, so I think it's in the Texas bin. Should be in this bin. Yep, right there. Yellow should be 3 of them. Yep. These I picked up at a sale. You have not seen it on the Commonwealth Picker channel. It was not an amazing sale. It was a church sale. I made it into its own video, probably a Wednesday video, quite a few months ago, and spent a little bit of money. These sold for $32.95, I think is what these sold for. So not too bad on them. I don't know what I'm into them for. Maybe $6, $8, something like that. All right, we got a Turner with a Homeschool Hustler store sale. What'd you sell, bud?
A little live pet.
A little live pet. And what kind of pet is that? Is that a cat, a dog? What is that thing?
A cat, I guess.
It's a cat. It's probably much more behaved than Boots, don't you think?
Yes.
Who's the best cat we have?
No, Pepper.
Pepper's the best cat. Who's your favorite cat?
Boots.
Oh my goodness. What's that thing?
A bowl.
Okay. And it does something. I don't remember what. I think that's Reagan's that she had, and now she sold it. $18.50 plus shipping. Just enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1.
You got it, buddy. Thank you.
Bye.
Finally sold this hoodie right here. And I think we picked this hoodie up at a, let's see, it's the one with Honest Tim in the thumbnail. And it's an estate sale or hoarder house or something like that. I think that's where I got this. So I'll put that picture up over here. And maybe if I can remember to link it. That was a great sale, fun sale. Got all might have got the Merle Haggard 8-track there too. Got a bunch of 8-tracks there. So anyway, we had some fun with Honest Tim. There's a great backstory to that too, but it'll have to wait for another day, I think. Maybe we'll get Tim up here and we'll do a little interview. Tim's a great guy. So anyway, this one sold for $24 plus shipping. And let me tell you, we didn't pay too much for that stuff that day. Mary Kay Sweet Raisin. Took a little while to sell. I think just under $8 for this one. All pure profit at this point. Did I say plus shipping or free shipping? That one was plus shipping. And I didn't write down the price on this one either. And I don't even think I wrote down the name of who bought it. And obviously it's a viewer, so maybe I'll put the name up here because it's outside. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll write your name and say thank you. At any rate, when I edit it, I'll put it in. This is Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo. Well, actually, it's a parody of the Sistine Chapel of Michelangelo. This part of the ceiling is called the creation of Adam, I believe. And you have God. This is supposed to be Adam, so this is creation of Enneman. What has my life come to? At any rate, this one is headed out to somebody. We'll put the name up here, and we appreciate it. And this money is going to our 12 Days of Christmas fundraisers, which I am woefully behind on, y'all. I initially said January. There's just no way. I'm so bogged down with all kinds of stuff. I'm just not going to be able to do what I want to do yet. I promise you we will get there. And we are going to do something in hopefully now February. Because we might start the filming process in January, but to put it all together, because we got a bunch of different ideas, put it all together in a video is going to be a little while. But thank you all for continuing to contribute. And, of course, we have already made some contributions, the ones that were dedicated to St. Jude's at any rate. So thank you, and that's headed your way. All right, I said I was going to give you a little history story. So here's the time where you just turn out. You can just kind of scroll ahead a minute, and we'll get to the whatever's left on this video, Homeschool Hustler sale, or maybe we did that. I don't know what we've done. Commonwealth Picker, maybe something. Who the heck knows? So here you go, Merle Haggard. So I told you the story, the Bakersfield Sound. So a lot of you, I don't know how old y'all are out there or what music you listen to, but I love the Bakersfield Sound. I don't necessarily love all of the old Bakersfield Sound stuff. It's country music in California, which is a little odd, but it makes sense when you think about when that happened and all the immigration to California over the centuries. But a big part of that immigration came right after the Great Depression and right after World War II. And a lot of those Okies, like Merle Haggard, Okie from Muskogee, ended up going to Central California, where the agricultural, in the Grapevine on up, all the way up to, you know, where I was born in Hanford and above that. And all of that became agricultural labor, Great Depression, you know, the Grapes of Wrath and Steinbeck and all that stuff that some of you are familiar with. And those folks from the southern western part, I guess, even Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas even, started to migrate the Dust Bowl, and they pushed out west because there was some opportunity, some hope. And then their music came with them. And so you had this hotbed of kind of fundamentalist Christian, different style Christianity than you saw in California at the time. And you saw this new style of music with this, working man blues stuff, Merle Haggard. All of that music came out with the influence of like Jimmy Rogers and Lefty Frizzell and those folks as they moved into California. And other folks started to adopt this stuff. And the sound, I guess Buck Owens was the big one. And so Nashville sound had its own sound. And then you just heard this really unique combination. That old almost Hank Williams stuff, Senior, would combine with almost Elvis type rockabilly stuff, but combined with quite a few other influences, including Hispanic influences, because those migrants were already working in those fields. And you had this unique sound come out of there. And I love it. And I still listen. There's some, not exactly modern folks who do it, but they're, you know, Dwight Yoakam, you know, when I was growing up did it. And I really enjoy, I still listen to the Mavericks in there, and they do it. And they, of course, have the Hispanic sound in there as well. At any rate, the other influence that came out, the other great migration came to that area because of World War II. And you had these influence, you had this melting pot of melting pots of America right there in California, the Central Valley, on up over into the port cities, because all the immigrants coming to work in the war, the Pacific Theater was a huge deal. They came to work out there. And so you had all these different people from all kinds of different backgrounds. And it just created an interesting musical mix. I mean, y'all know what happened in the 60s in San Francisco, which is not too far away. And so you had these people that you would influence each other's music. You had, like, CCR is a great example. So John Fogerty, who was, I think, Berkeley. And he's got that rockabilly. I mean, think Stuck in Lodi again, right? That's the Bakersfield sound combined with rock and roll. And I think it's interesting because when I look at history, I always look at what we're going through right now. I don't like to get political on this show, but I can tell you that microcosm is exactly what you see right now in our country, where you have these people that don't fit together, that are trying to find a way forward. And it's an interesting kind of concept to look at and to do it in music. So at any rate, it gets me thinking, and that kind of stuff I just absolutely love. And Merle here was one of my favorites, and he was the kind of the antithesis of what was going on up there in San Francisco at the time, and Haight-Ashbury and all that stuff. But they still influenced each other, and they still respected each other. I think Buck Owens used to go up into Haight-Ashbury, if I have that right. Anyway, I just think it's an interesting story, something fun to look into if you ever get the chance. And, you know, he sang some great songs, you know. Let's see if I can remember some. Mama Tried. See if you can tell me some Merle songs down below in the comments. But what else? Walking on the Fighting Side of Me. There's another one. Working Man Blues. We talked about that one. So at any rate, thank you all for listening and bearing with my history/musical genre story. At any rate, we appreciate y'all being here as always, and we can't wait to see you next time. All right, y'all, I want to give a thank you to Neil for sending us this great package, including this plate from Newfoundland, Labrador right there. And I've actually done this video before. I did this video yesterday, and my daughter did a video yesterday, and I did another video of stuff that sold. Just 3 things that I was knocking out early, and then I deleted all the videos thinking that they were on the previous day's video. At any rate, I lost your note too. I can't find it, but this was in there as well. So Neil, thank you. What a kind gift. This is awesome. Mummers Parade ornament. This I thought was a Philly thing, but it is a Newfoundland thing as well. And I think the origins are Scandinavia. It's like Halloween in the wintertime. It is awesome. I can't wait to read a little bit more about it. So I do appreciate that gift, and a great magnet as well. That plate is awesome. Going to go right there with all of our Canada, and what else we got there? Great Britain, of course, and Venezuela. So Saskatchewan back there. Awesome. That is very kind of you. And this great magnet as well. And the history of Newfoundland. Just perfect for me. So thank you again so much. And these will be on our Christmas tree in here or in the eBay cave next year. All right, Reagan has already done this video, and I accidentally deleted it. So don't tell her that I did that. I didn't want to have her. She did it yesterday because she comes home late from gymnastics today, and sometimes it's a little tough for her to come in here. That's why sometimes she's been doing them on her own, because she can do that during the day when I'm at school and I'm not back yet. So at any rate, this is a thank you to Jane. Hello, Kevin, Reagan, and Turner. I cannot thank you enough for your donation to RK Treasure Center's project, which honors my dad, Arthur. At 1.5 years old, I was a recipient of aid from St. Jude. After being in the hospital for 2 months, as was my dad was always my hero because he literally saved my life. He passed away in May, and would have been so honored, capitalized so honored by the generosity that you and others have shown in his name. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Warm regards, Jane. Jane, thank you. And we are sad to hear the news of your father's passing last May, but we are happy to donate to St. Jude's in his honor through Roy and Kim at Arcade Treasure Center. So thank you, Jane. And Jane, what did you buy here? Oh, you bought the traditional mug. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. The other one, Reagan did such a great job of reading because I watched it yesterday. And I can't believe I deleted it. And I've got to remember to put, maybe I've already put it on here. You know what? I'm going to talk about it right now. So there were 3 sales that I put on yesterday. I don't know why. Oh, it's because they were all off eBay. There were 2 Bonanza sales. And one was a Liberty University hat, $9.95 plus shipping. And then the other was a recorder, an Olympus little handheld micro cassette recorder. And that one sold for $30 on Bonanza. And then Eric, a viewer, before I ever listed the two of the bundle of PS2 games that we got from Rich, the storage guy, jumped in and grabbed one for $20 and then wanted the Silent Hill one. And I'm like, those go for $100. And so we bundled it together, $100, free ship out there to Ontario, California, Euclid Street. Amazing street, by the way. I remember going up to we had a little tiny pond. We built a pond in our backyard in California and went up the street there, up Euclid. I feel like it was Euclid all the way to like the foothills. And there was this, I could be wrong. I couldn't be remembering wrong. But there was this place where you could get koi and different plants and stuff like that. And that's where we would go. And anyway, I'm rambling. Here you go. The Enamug and a sticker, Commonwealth Picker sticker. So forced finds here. I'm picking the famous Enamug for my hubby just because the sticker is for me, Reagan. This is a message to Reagan, and she's already read it and has read it back to you, but I deleted it. From one artist to another, you are very talented. Keep drawing, painting, and being creative. Never thought I'd make money doing art, but I found graphic design and have been doing it full-time for almost 15 years. So thank you for that. We appreciate it. And you're from Virginia. What do you know? Okay. So thank you, as always, for this. And I got to, don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.